Hola, ¿cómo están? Soy Golden, periodista independiente de Valorant en Latinoamérica y hoy estamos con Big, jugador de Cloud9, que viene de su larga victoria en contra de MP. So, Big, a long
hmm
match today, man.
Yes,
I mean,
very.
that Pearl was that was
It's a nail
one of the
biter.
longest maps I've seen, not including the tech passes, man. And in the second
Yeah.
map, another tech pass. So, first of all, congratulations for the victory of today. And how are you feeling after today, after those long maps that the team had to play?
I mean, it feels great that we won at the end of like the intense series, but it's just relieving, to be honest. It's just everything that's been happening. I guess this entire kickoff, I guess, with Oxy having to leave because of his mom, very sad, and bringing in Demon One. I'm just happy we could keep moving forward in the tournament. And hopefully, Oxy can come back and keep pushing through for the dream of making Santiago.
Yeah, thank you. I want to talk about the performance of Demon One because, as you said right now, sadly, because of the situation that happened with the
hmm
family of Oxy, Demon One had to step in, and
Yeah.
absolutely no one expected. I mean, coming from a world champion, everyone expected that he will play at least that's decent, but he's been
Yeah.
showing an excellent performance in considering yesterday and today,
Yeah.
making Cloud9 advance into the middle bracket. So, how could you say that his performance has impacted the play style of the team?
I think Demon One's just a good player in general, like macro wise and individually, he just fits in really well for us. So I think us playing our way benefits him in a sense where he can just walk around. We know how he likes to play. We like his ideas, and I think a lot of it is just collaborative effort. He's been playing lights out, and I think it's just us kind of working together and understanding each other and what our strengths and weaknesses are. And I think we want him to shine. We want him to do the plays that he wants to do because he is such an insane player. I think we're not really restricting him and just giving him the freedom. And I think all of us are just putting in the missing pieces that he needs to shine too.
Yeah, it's very nice having a round that is almost completely lost, and then Demon won 4K, and the round it's
Yeah,
for Cloud9.
exactly.
uh,
Exactly.
well, but sometimes the team needs to get the strat, and that strat comes with the IGL that is Celsius right now. In the in the last year, you had Mitch as an IGL. Now
hmm
Celsius is the IGL for Cloud9, and most impressive is that this is the first time that Celsius is done IGL. So how
Yeah.
from your perspective have been experienced this uh, in-game leadership of Celsius for Cloud9?
I think his leadership is just a little different than Mitch. I think he is a little more, I guess, has he knows what he wants and he has that quality where you shut up and listen in a sense. Nothing to take away from Mitch. I think it's just that sternness sometimes when things are getting very hectic. He has that voice, I guess, that leadership quality. And I think because of that, some of these close games are because of his ability to lead for us to win. I think strategic wise, him and Imi are working great. I think it's just a little more belief than what we had last year, and I think that maybe he's pushing us a little more. Maybe hopefully he keeps pushing us, but right now I'd say that's like the only difference.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I want to talk about how the team, well, at least for you, speaking by yourself, how you how you were feeling in that first map in the overtime, how the because they were almost 40 rounds 40 rounds that were
Yeah.
played in that map. So how you were feeling in that map, at least in the end, in the overtime?
I think during the regular before overtime, I think we messed up a lot. We gave them a lot of rounds. Like we were up 5-0 or like 5-1, and then they came back. I think once it hit overtime, it was just like things we were doing was good. We just had to clean up on some of the mistakes on both sides. Like on defense, we had the right reads or we had the right comms, but that missing piece of maybe someone had to peek off each other. Maybe I was lacking a smoke or something, and it cost us rounds. And I think at that point, it was just an endurance battle of who can keep up, like who can be an X factor, but who can try to play like good balance still. And I think towards the end, we were punishing them a lot, to be honest, because I think we had a lot of heroic rounds during overtime.
Yeah, I think that the the viewers could see that. Um, and how about the breeze? The breeze, it was a good map before the the change of the attackers, of the side of the attacker and defender. And
Mhm.
and from your perspective, how what do you think it was the problems that the team had that make them lose the map?
I think we only had 1 day of practice with this new comp and slotting in Demon One. I think it was just a plug and play. I think a lot of it is people having ideas in the game and Zelsis kind of making decisions. It's very loose and it's not a bad thing, but it's just not a lot of prep time, not a lot of scrims, to have a good backbone and have that like confidence. But I think it's just a little, it needs a little more time. I think we were building a little, we had some good moments, but it's just that little unsure during the mid round or late round and just that chemistry on that map. We haven't had that much rep.
Yeah, I mean, after because bringing a new player in like 24 hours and left, or I don't know how much Demon One been practicing with the team after Oxys
Mhm.
left for
It was 3 days,
3 days.
3 days of
Okay,
practice. Yeah,
2 days before the match. Yeah. Okay. So then,
yeah, 3.
if you, considering that the team has been practicing with Demon One
Hmm.
in this short time and having this good performance is is amazing. It's amazing for how the
Yeah,
team
I agree.
has been adapting the act into I don't know how making me understand myself, but including a new player instantly, making the
Yeah,
and without changing the play style of the team.
yeah,
And
it
another
is.
thing that I want to talk about is that now that Cloud9 advances forward into the bracket, your next opponent are going to be between Furia or G2, whoever loses their matches. So, what are
Yeah,
your thoughts about this opponent for your next match?
I think personally, I think G2 is gonna win. So I'm gonna speak on the fact that because G2 is gonna win, I think I'm gonna talk about Furia. I think Furia is a good team. They're a hungry team, and they have a playstyle similar to Envy in my opinion. So it's just us kind of playing our game and not getting pushed around in a sense. So I think whoever if G2 loses, of course, it's gonna be a different story. But I just think Furia is a similar style to Envy, while G2 is a little more methodical on how they play, and maybe it could be a better matchup if you get to play them because you get to play the slow push ball game. While Furia, it is just us working together and make sure they don't push the pace.
Yeah. Well, before finishing the interview, do you have anything to say to the fans of Cloud9 that were seated in their chairs waiting for Cloud9 to win after those three maps and finally reaching that victory at the end of the day? So, do you have anything to say to the fans of Cloud9?
I just want to say thank you for supporting us. I hope you guys keep supporting us. Hopefully, you make Santiago, but I want you guys to support my teammates and give them all the love to Oxy, Demon One, even though he might be selling, maybe you play more, but especially to Oxy. I know there's a GoFundMe out there, so I want everyone to at least maybe just give it a look. You don't have to donate, but just send him love. Maybe next time he streams. But everyone's doing this for Oxy, so just support us and Oxy.
Yeah, you heard him. You already heard him, guys. Oxy
Yeah,
is passing through a hard time, and any support that everyone gives to Oxy is well received. Well,
yeah,
thank you, Vic, for the interview, and good luck in your
of
next
course.
match.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye bye.